Sheikha Mozah managed to challenge all stereotypes about Eastern women. We tell the story of how she succeeded in overshadowing her husband, becoming a fashion icon, and saving 10 million children worldwide. Over the past couple of decades, Qatar has transformed into one of the most liberal Arab countries. These changes have significantly impacted the status of Qatari women, who now have the right to vote, drive, and dress less restrictively compared to neighboring Muslim states. Thanks to improved access to education, they now have the opportunity to compete with men for high-level positions in the government. Today, even in the Qatari cabinet, there are women holding important roles. Behind this remarkable transformation of the country stands not only the male ruler, but also his remarkable spouse, Sheikha Mozah. She opened doors for women, says 22-year-old Maram Al-Dafa, who recently graduated from Qatar University with a degree in international politics. Qatar was a completely different place just 20 years ago. Back then, a woman entering a mixed university was looked down upon. It wasn't the norm. But now, people see Qatari women as leaders, not just their feeble counterparts. Qatari women are asserting themselves, and society is starting to change, she adds. Sheikha Mozah is considered a driving force for modernization and equality in the entire Arab world. It's precisely for this reason that Forbes magazine included her in its list of the 100 most powerful women on the planet in 2007. How did she manage to achieve this? Mozah bint Nasser was born on August 8, 1959, in the coastal city of Al Khor in northern Qatar. Her father was a successful businessman and political figure who openly opposed the existing regime, advocating for a fair distribution of wealth among all the country's residents. Such oppositional rhetoric eventually led him to prison. However, even that did not break him. On the contrary, while incarcerated, he pursued higher education. After his release in 1964, he decided to move his family to Kuwait. It was her father who played a crucial role in shaping his daughter's personality, teaching Mozah not only to respect Muslim traditions, but also to always strive to become the best version of herself, constantly grow, and view the world with open eyes. "I was born into a family that believed in the power of education," said Mozah. "My father wanted all his children to grow up as educated individuals. He even sent us to the UK to learn English." For some time, Mozah dreamed of becoming a doctor, but later, she became interested in social and political sciences. After completing her schooling abroad, Mozah decided to return to her homeland to pursue higher education. It was a risky move considering her background and the attitude towards female students in Qatar. But being a worthy daughter of her father, Mozah was not afraid of challenges. In 1977, she enrolled in sociology at the Qatar Institute. Soon after, her life took a decisive turn due to a meeting that would shape her entire future. The intelligent and charming student caught the attention of Qatar's heir apparent, Hamad bin Khalifa al-Thani. However, winning her heart proved to be a challenge, given the fact that their fathers were bitter enemies. But over time, Mozah realized that Hamad was vastly different from the ruling sheikh. He had more progressive views and also sought to modernize the outdated regime. Common interests brought them closer, and when the heir apparent proposed to the daughter of the oppositionist, she couldn't refuse. Mozah was only 16 when she became a part of the Qatari royal family. In the following years, she learned all the intricacies of palace etiquette, gave birth to 7 heirs, and even formed friendships with the 2 other wives of Hamad. It seemed like Mozah had become one of those Muslim women destined to spend her entire life in the shadow of her husband. But that was far from the truth. Her leadership qualities and intellect would not allow her to always remain in the background. Therefore, after solidifying her position within the palace, she began to step out of the shadows. First and foremost, Mozah resumed her studies. She earned a bachelor's degree from the Qatar Institute and went on to successfully complete a master's program in public policy at Hamad bin Khalifa University. Later, she was awarded honorary doctorates from the University of Texas, Carnegie Mellon University, Imperial College London, and Georgetown University. Even then, the heir apparent started to recognize Mozah's exceptional qualities, admiring her wisdom, courage, and hard work. Moreover, Hamad began to listen to her opinions, which was highly unusual for Arab families. As a result, many historians and journalists believe that Mozah played a crucial role in the events that unfolded in Qatar in 1995. By the mid-1990s, the public support for Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad al-Thani had started to waver. Seizing the opportunity, his son decided to lead the country towards prosperity by modernizing its key state institutions. In the summer of 1995, while Sheikh Khalifa was on vacation in Switzerland, Hamad bin Khalifa al-Thani proclaimed himself the ruler of Qatar. It was a bloodless coup that marked a new chapter in the country's history. In the following years, Hamad implemented numerous economic and social reforms, established a new constitution, and focused on increasing natural gas production, which turned Qatar into the world's highest income country per capita with over $90,000. One of Hamad's first decisions as the head of state was the establishment of the Qatar Foundation for Education, Science, and Community Development, Qatar Foundation. Sheikha Mozah became its chairperson and visionary leader. "We have wealth, so not using our money to create a knowledge-based society would be a great foolishness," she wisely reasoned. According to her, her husband fully supported her. "He is a visionary person," Sheikha Mozah says with a smile, "and he always approves initiatives related to education." For more than 25 years, she has been leading this foundation, representing its interests at public events. Thanks to the foundation's efforts, Qatar has opened branches of world-renowned universities and ensured access to education for all its residents. In 2003, Sheikha Mozah's contributions were highly recognized on the international stage, and she was offered to become a special envoy for basic and higher education by UNESCO. She gladly accepted the position as she wanted to make a positive impact not only on her own country, but also on other nations. Sheikha Mozah is also the founder of the Education Above All (EAA) Foundation, which has helped 10 million young people from disadvantaged families to get back on their feet. As part of the foundation's work, the wife of the Qatari sheikh has visited many third-world countries. "Recently, I got acquainted with educational projects in Bangladesh, Gaza, and Kenya," she shares. In Bangladesh, where floods occur frequently and the population lives in extreme poverty, floating schools have been implemented. They serve a dual purpose, serving as buses to collect children and classrooms to provide education. It's an innovative and inspiring solution. "The children I met were incredibly happy to learn, as their parents never had such an opportunity." In the Gaza Strip, I witnessed firsthand the complexity of life under blockade conditions, where there's a lack of educational materials, constant shelling, and parents worrying every time their children go to school. These kids face immense challenges, but they utilize every available opportunity to learn. And in Kenya, I visited a refugee camp where 168 children between the ages of 6 and 20 receive education in a single classroom with almost no facilities or walls. For all these children and their parents, Sheikha Mozah became a beacon of hope in a realm of darkness. This extraordinary woman provided them with opportunities they couldn't even dream of. The Eastern Queen of Hearts still remembers a conversation with a little boy that left an indelible impression on her. "He showed me his magic cards and said that if he could change something in this world, he would make people a little kinder," she recalls. Children like him are deeply wounded. They have lost their trust in people. This little boy has never seen kindness, so it seems like magic to him. Gradually, Sheikha Mozah transformed into one of the most influential public figures in the Middle East and received numerous prestigious awards, including the title of Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire. She accompanied her husband to international receptions and even undertook solo foreign trips, something women from the Qatari royal family had never been able to do. However, Sheikha Mozah emphasizes that she never pursued the goal of creating a sensation or breaking traditions. "Everything happened naturally. It wasn't a strategy of defiance," she explains. "My husband simply believes in me, my work, and my ability to bring about positive change. He sees me as a worthy partner." As for the rest of the Arab world, they see in the Sheikh's wife an undeniable style icon. She never wears hijabs, preferring more modern and elegant turbans. Her wardrobe includes outfits from world-renowned brands like Chanel, Hermes, Ralph and Russo, Stéphane Roland, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Valentino. Sheikha Mozah admits to having a special weakness for beautiful shoes, with Christian Louboutin shoes being her favorite among them. Interestingly, she personally puts together her fashion ensembles without the assistance of stylists. "I simply can't find anyone who understands what I want," she explains with a smile. As a wise woman, Sheikha Mozah took care of her future well in advance. She knew that she was secure as long as her husband led the country. However, what would happen to her fate after the next sheikh ascended the throne? The elder son of Hamad from his first wife. Mozah couldn't allow the fruits of her many years of work to be jeopardized. Therefore, she insisted that her husband reconsider the candidate for the future successor. In fact, Mozah persuaded him to make their shared son, Tamim bin Hamad bin Khalifa al-Thani, the crown prince. The sheikh indeed took this incredible step to please his beloved wife. In 2013, Hamad abdicated the throne in favor of Tamim and withdrew from the political arena. However, Sheikha Mozah still continues to serve her country and the international community. There is no doubt that her son listens to his mother's opinions as much as his father did back then.